Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this week's Business Bites. I am delighted to be here with my friend, client, and designer, Kerri Gastineau of Kerri Gastineau Designs. Thanks so much for being here today, Kerri.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, delighted to interview you today and get to share more about your business and how you've grown over the past 4 years. But a little background about Kerri. She's the founder and head designer of Kerri Gastineau Designs, based in San Diego. And she's been designing professionally for over 4 years and prides herself on bringing home and workspaces to life for her clients. So they not only love their space, but they're super proud of their space. So again, welcome. Delighted to have you here today to share your journey.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
So, and for those of you that know me, and also are watching this, this is one of a number of interviews. You're welcome for the voice. I feel like Phoebe in Friends, and I want to start singing Smelly Cat or something, but it's not going to happen. So, yeah.
Come on, just a little taste.
No, I don't want to hurt anybody's ears. So, Kerri, what were your goals when you originally started your design business?
My goals when I started my design business initially just were to get clients, get the portfolio built up and get some experience. I know that I have an eye for decor and decorating spaces, but working with clients and moving that type of artistry, I guess, into a business element was a goal of mine. And how to do that was to get clients, like I said, gain the experience, get some exposure, and build from there, build my pipeline. Sure.
Yeah. And then how have things changed as far as your goals since you started?
Well, I have built my pipeline. It is not as streamlined as I thought it would be. It's definitely, especially with home design or any type of home repairs, there's seasons for it, and there's seasons when there's not. Yeah. And then in my own life, there's seasons when I can handle more and seasons when I cannot. So it has been an ebb and flow for so many different factors. Sure. But either way, I've been moving forward. I've been continuing to either gain clients or have a client, whether it's a slow time or it's a busy time, whatever. I've always moved forward, feet in front of the other. I haven't pulled back yet. Yeah. I mean, I will never pull back, but
yeah, and I won't let you. So
yeah, exactly. That's why. That's exactly.
Well, and something else to think about as far as goals go is that you actually have them now. Yeah. Where when we first started working together, it was, getting clients, but that you knew that your business was capable of more, you knew that you were capable of more, and you wanted it. And so just actually starting to set goals and milestones, has really been impactful for you.
Yeah, for sure. And then having something to reach. And then if I get close, or if I actually reach it, or if I surpass it, it's having those little achievements, or, well, I guess they would be big achievements, but having those achievements either way have been very helpful in me moving forward, continue to move forward.
And celebrate your wins.
Like the wind in my back.
So speaking of achievements, what would you say to date has been your biggest success or achievement in your business?
Moving forward. No, let's see. You know what, honestly, because like I said, because of, where I'm at with my life personally, with the children and running the house and running the business and all that. I will say the fact that I am still moving forward and pushing through is probably the biggest success. Yeah. Not the bottom line, not the bottom dollar, not how big my industry is, or I'm sorry, my company has grown just as of yet. The fact that I'm moving forward means that when things change, whether it be the climate of the industry or the climate in my household, I will still be moving forward and probably even bigger. But if I quit now, then what was the point of all of that? And I have to start over again. So my success is pushing through and keeping it going.
Yeah. So speaking of running a household, you're the CEO of your home and the CEO of your business. How do you prioritize and manage your time or yourself to make everything happen as a business owner and stay in motion?
Legally, no, just kidding. Just kidding.
Yes.
Legally, what do? I have talks with you. You help me calm down and reset. I have a very good support system with my kids and my husband. Even if he's super busy, he's willing to bend for my schedule if needed. So those are very helpful, but how do I do it? There's not a magic trick. You just get up, put your big girl boots on and you do it, or your girl pants on and you do it. And it's not easy. And there's definitely times where I just want to stay in bed all day. I don't want to face all the stuff I have to do and all the, negativity that may come my way, whether it be, from any angle. Any angle. I won't get into details, but I think the thing is knowing that it's gonna get done. I have a tendency to, shockingly, I have a tendency to kind of stress out a bit, try and get everything done right at once. And even though I'll have my list and I'll prioritize it, by 1, 2, 3, and I'll maybe even plan it out geometric or geography, wise. And it doesn't matter. It still is going to get done. And I always find myself surprised when I've gone through my list and I'm like, oh crap, I'm done. I did it. And it didn't take me all day like I thought, or it didn't even take me a full hour. So reminding myself of those times and knowing that it will get done. And as long as I keep moving, keep moving forward. I keep saying that, but as long as I keep moving forward and I know that it's going to get done and I have strong people to rely on, then that's how I do it. But there's really no magic solution. And there's no such thing as balance either. I mean, you can definitely try and balance things, but one day is going to lean one way, the next hour is going to lean the other. So
there was somebody that I was talking to, another business owner, and we were talking about balance. And he said, it's like riding a bike. He's like, you don't just ride a bike and you're like this, you're constantly moving to balance yourself. It's like, that's such a great analogy because really is, or you could say, work-life harmony. And are you feeling harmony in any area over the other? And if you're not, then what do you need to do to make changes or whatnot? But right, it's a constant shift. And just, I am curious because you have said, just continuing to move forward, right? And whatnot. What keeps you moving forward in business?
I like what I do. And I did talk to a CEO of Ike's Sandwiches. They're really popular up in the Bay Area, but they were moving down here. And long story short, ran into him, sat next to him on an airplane. And I asked him what's his biggest advice. And he said, just like what you do. And that's obvious. I mean, we've all heard that, but it's really true. If you're in an industry that you don't like, you're not going to have the motivation to keep moving forward. You're not going to have the desire. I'll walk into a space and I'll go, oh, there's some potential here. The wheels start turning, maybe a little more outside the box than the person wants me to. But either way, they're turning. And the fact that I just have that.
You enjoy what you're doing.
I enjoy what I do. And I have that fun with it. People ask me, oh, I'll pay you if you could just help me figure out what color paint to use on my wall. I'm like, no, that's fun for me. I'm not going to charge you just, especially a friend, sure, do blue. I don't care. Yeah, that looks great. But it's fun for me. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, you can tell. I mean, just as you're talking about it, like you sat up straighter and you lit up, right? You do enjoy it, but you see that in your work too.
Yes,
So,
for
and
sure.
people probably feel that your client, you have repeat clients who give you, different properties. Like there's your property management companies and
Mhm.
supporting their clients in improving their spaces
Right.
so that they can, be more profitable that way and attract more renters. But the fact that you have those relationships is because people enjoy working with you.
Mhm.
It's streamlined and consistent, but also because you exude that enjoyment as well, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I want, whatever it is, whatever the client or the friend or whoever is just stuck on, whatever wall they hit, I can come in and have this excitement of like, oh no, you didn't hit a wall. You've got this option and this option. And
Yeah.
problem solving, those are fun for me, because it's the vision that I see. And I enjoy that. And I really enjoy the excitement that the other person gives when the possibilities and the creation starts to run.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed, everybody says, well, I say you have a style. Even if you don't believe you have a style, you have a style.
Yeah.
And so when they start to, see the light bulbs start to kind of get brighter and brighter and brighter, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I do have a style. I love that process.
Mm-hmm.
I love working with people in that process.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Oh my.
So yeah. So speaking of styles, in your industry, it's really important to stay on top of trends, right? So, and development. So how do you stay up to date with those trends, or what kinds of resources do you rely on for that information?
There's a couple of different websites that I guess they're not called they're not websites because obviously they're on the web. I'll read like In-House Beautiful, or I'll read design. There's a couple, I can't even think of them on the top of my head.
Yeah. Design
But
magazine.
yeah, design magazines, exactly. Or just straight Google, what is, like somebody was asking me the other day about her exterior paint color, which is not, I mean, I could do color consultations all day, but just Google what is next year's trend going to look like. And there's already stuff out there. But the trick is when you find those trends and you stay up to date, are those people ready to make those changes?
Sure.
Because a lot of people that I have come across are still, a year, maybe 2 years behind in trend because they're comfortable with it, and that's fine. But yeah, sorry, to answer your question, I refer to the internet, or I have a lot of vendors that will send me their catalogs.
Yeah.
So I see what they've got going on too.
Great. Would you say that in your work with your clients, do you try and build some of that in, or are you more like, okay, let's see what they like, or do you kind of like test and see what you can get away with?
I test and see what I can get away with. I really do want to push people beyond their comfort zone if they're willing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to design a space and then, 16 months later say, it's kind of outdated, huh? And I say, yeah, but that's okay. So I really want to, give them the idea of you can be bold in this area, or you can, switch it up. Definitely blend styles. You don't have to have just one farmhouse or just one, mid-century modern, it could be blended. You like that style of a table? Well, great. Well, let's bring this style of wall decor, or that couch, or this fabric. There's a way to make it all blend if you needed to. But I do try and I test.
Yeah, I've experienced it. Yes.
Be bold.
Yes. Or I'm like, oh, that table. And then of course we get the table and it's like, oh yeah, it totally works.
I know.
Yes.
It
So
takes
thank you for pushing us out of our comfort zone sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. So looking ahead, what are the future goals for Kerri Gastineau Designs?
For Kerri Gastineau Designs, the goals are to, well, obviously just to build the business more, increase increase the number of clients. I would love to have, I'd like to say employee, but collaborator in a sense too. I don't see myself as a dictator, which is maybe what I'm referring to as a, boss partner, boss employee. So I would love to have somebody come on along that I would do some work for me, but that we can collaborate, whether it be administrative or design wise.
Leveraging yourself.
Leveraging myself,
Mhm.
even, giving me more time, obviously, to focus on the enjoyment of meeting the clients and seeing that light bulb. And then having them, somebody have a couple different teams doing the background work, because there's so many aspects to one project.
Sure.
So that's a goal of mine, is to build not only the business with the amount of clients, but with people, and people who have the same passion that I do and have the same drive that I do, which is, to get the enjoyment out of the other people, loving their space and seeing the space that they've imagined come to life. So those are my goals for now. I'm sure there's more, but
we'll explore those for sure.
Yes. We will. Those will be on the list come December.
Yes. December Growth Club, everybody planting a seed. We're virtual or live in San Diego, where you can map out your plan and meet Kerri.
Highly, highly, highly recommended. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, just having that 90-day plan for your life, it's huge. It's huge. Having those.
A lot of business owners that come they build in, the top projects for the next quarter. Business, but then also personal,
right?
Whether it's health, or they're planning for the kids to be out of school and have to coordinate things, or for you, one of the project was hiring a nanny to get support, and so building that in, so it's continuing to move the business forward.
Exactly.
Using your time, leveraging yourself. So, so who would you like to connect with? Anybody watching?
Oh, I would. Well, my the people that I do work closely with, and I would like to continue or even grow in, contractors for sure. Anytime I run across some type of contractor, like I just met with a contractor that only works in 5 different areas, mostly exterior stuff on a home, but that's great. It's a great referral source. That's great, back and forth.
Sure.
Contractors are great. Anybody who's looking to, whether it's a management company, but anybody looking to rent out, whether it be long-term or short-term, their spaces, getting those updated, getting those appealing to the eye of the people who want to stay there. Those are definitely, those are fun projects to work with. And then let's see, realtors. I know that a lot of realtors, some of them are also designers. I don't know if you've seen that before, but they're interior designers and realtors. And I think that's a nice package. But I did real estate for a little bit, and it's not my thing, so I'll stick with the design. So I will package with a real estate agent and come in, for whether it be a new buyer or somebody that needs to get their house kind of tuned up to sell.
Sure. Like a mini facelift.
Little decluttering.
Sure.
Even anybody who's I've connected with people who are professional organizers, that comes hand in hand too. So anything related to your home, your space, even your comfort.
Okay. Great. All right. You heard it here, people. And so how can people get in touch with you?
Well, I have a phone, but I also have a website.
You do?
I have a phone, and it's not a landline. So via my website, which is it's kgastineaudesigns.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I have an email, Kerri at kgastineaudesigns.com. I mean, I am up to date. I got all
the things. All the things. There is no hiding.
You cannot hide from me. I mean,
No.
I can't hide from you. Yeah.
No, I won't let you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Kerri, for
Yeah.
sharing your journey and some tips, and honestly, just your words on moving forward. And despite life happening around you, that it's still, one foot in front of the other, and that there are seasons, and just staying focused on your why and why you do this. I think that was really helpful. It's going to be helpful for a lot of business owners, because we're all human and we go through it. So
Life is life. Can't change
life
that.
is life. Yes, it is. So thank you again for being here.
Well,
Thanks
thank
to everybody.
you.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank
to
you
everybody.
for logging on.
That's right. Thanks for joining us. And if you're watching the recording, feel free to type in your top blinding flashes of the obvious, those aha moments in the chat. We'd love to hear them. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.